Hi, it's car-free day in Birmingham. So I thought I would take a ride through the city and try to reimagine it a little bit. Heading off from Chamberlain Gardens in Ladywood, and I'll return back to this spot, I think. Okay, getting onto Monument Road and thinking about the tram line extension. I'm gonna go onto Hagley Road where you'll see the tram line extension as far as it's gone. But Monument Road is a perfect place to picture it being extended, because it could run from Hagley out from the city center that way, going, what would that be, north on Hagley up to the jewelry quarter, where it could reconnect with the train and tram network up there. So I'm gonna ride through and again, just try to imagine as I go what Birmingham could be like if it was less car-oriented. It's very car-oriented, so there's a lot of imagining to do. And Birmingham, the city, so it's International Car-Free Day. Great. Cities around the world do have different events and different, you know, often kind of tokenistic, but nonetheless, sort of ways of reimagining cities, usually by opening different streets to everybody by closing them to car traffic. Paris had a lot is happening in Paris in terms of transport issues with the mayor Anne Hidalgo, and they had a major event there on the Champs-Elysees. Okay, so just turned on to Hagley Road here, and here 2 lanes for cars, a not bad sidewalk or pavement, but clearly we could take some of this road space and get a protected, proper cycling lane in here. Someone's honking at me just for being on a bike, it sounds like. What is this person trying to say? Just, I'm honking because you're on a bike. Okay, so case in point, a protected cycle lane would keep impatient people like that, or people who think that bikes have no place on the road, make a little space between people on bikes and people who are driving like that. So Birmingham, the city, does not participate in Car-Free Day, not surprisingly. They did have, I'm gonna go under the roundabout today. Have 5 ways here. Though, imagining as I do what a safe and protected roundabout for everybody would look like, rather than this less than ideal kind of shared space under here. It's early in the morning, it's 7, so there's not so many people around, but it gets busy here, and it can lead to conflicts between cyclists and pedestrians. So it's not a great design. They need to take some of that space from up there, all of which is for the motorists, and make some of it for other kinds of transportation. Okay, rejoining the traffic here. So yeah, Birmingham, a couple of years ago, they had made the city council had made an announcement they were gonna close part of one road for a few hours on, I think, the Sunday before Car-Free Day. Some motorists said they didn't like that. Surprise, surprise. And the city council just backed right down. So sadly, Birmingham does not participate in an official way in this event. So, I mean, there's good stuff happening in small ways on the council. As you can see on any ride through the city, there's next to no cycling infrastructure anywhere, but there is some good stuff happening on the council. There are people like Wasim Zafar and Liz Clements and others who are trying to change things. But I think there's just such a fear of the motorist vote or something in this town that yeah, unfortunately a real opportunity is missed to do something here. So now I'm in a bus lane, which is not a bike lane, but it does give you a little bit of a break from some of the traffic. I'm heading right into the city center here, and look at this sunshine coming up nice and early in the morning. Lovely. So yeah, imagine, I mean, again, not a traffic engineer, but I can see plenty of space here that's used. This thing in the middle here, this, I'm not sure what that's called, but just extra space which could be reallocated. I mean, this just seems very wide. That parking over there, this is like running right through the center of a major city to have this hugely wide road. Again, the bus lane's a start, but with nothing for cycling, seems pretty easy to imagine something different. Now here I'm coming to one of the worst parts, this big roundabout, again, just so misplaced right in the center of a city like this. Okay, it looks quite clear. It's nice and early, so not so scary. And then, of course, down there to my left, can't see it too clearly, but is the huge freeway, the A motorway that runs right through and under the city. Let's see if I do a loop around here, we'll maybe see another part of it on my way back to Ladywood. So again, Cyclops Junction here would be very in order, especially considering that we're right in the center of the city. I mean, one thing about reimagining the city in terms of redistributing public space for more ways of getting around than just for those who have cars, Birmingham makes it kind of easy in a way. It makes it difficult in one way because there's so very, very much to do to make the change, but also easy in that there's so much to reimagine. And I should say this whole idea is inspired by the good people at Civic Square in the front room who are just so inspiring in terms of thinking about the idea of reimagining cities and reimagining Birmingham. And so I was up early this morning and thought, well, okay, that's actually, I'll follow a little bit of their lead, though in not, in less insightful style, and just try to picture things a little differently. There's a picture of a bicycle painted on the ground there. There's another one. Pretty useless. Okay, a painted bike lane. Again, it's a start, but like this is the central train station coming up. You know, I'm in the very center here. So a painted bike lane seems hardly enough. Here's New Street Station. Okay, so this part is kind of a bus and cycle shared lane. Nice to see scooters out. Those also help to reimagine things. Every time I see one of those, it's like a little victory, a little tiny example of another way of getting around. Okay, red light. Now there is a bit of stuff coming up here, but again, just picture what it would mean on this ride if I could do this ride with my kids. If people could ride of all ages, all abilities, all comfort levels on bikes, get out here and go somewhere instead of just every single thing being again for the one mode. And it's sad that Car Free Day doesn't even, good morning, allow us an opportunity to kind of rethink what could be. Okay, I think I'll go straight here actually. I should have planned my route a little bit better. I want to loop around and head back to Ladywood and not take too long. But there is a little bit of there's a new bike lane up, a relatively new bike lane up there, so I should go by it. I think it's just on one side of the road though. Some serious new construction happening here. So I guess that's another part of reimagining what could be in a car-free city, or a city at least even 50-50, is just sort of starting with what there is and then imagining it expanded or better. So I can see the bike lane up there now. And if that was joined up throughout to other lanes. Because when you're riding, especially with kids, or just people who are not used to it or not comfortable with how dangerous it all has been put together, even half a city block of unconnected infrastructure will put people off, rightly so. Yeah, I'm not going to be on this road for long, so I'm not going to, there's a bike lane over there, but by the time I wait and get over to it, I'll already be at the end of this block going this way. There must be a good reason why they put both lanes on the one side. I don't know. Instead of one lane on each side. Seems like it would make more sense, but at least, again, at least it's something. Okay, I'm gonna turn left here and see about making my way back. So I think another important thing that I learned from people who are interested in this idea of rethinking the city is to reimagine, you have to start with an analysis of what you have. You have to think critically about the thing that you want to reimagine as a kind of baseline precursor to the act of reimagination itself. And in this case, reimagining the city. So for me, British car culture and car culture in different countries is not actually, I'm a little unsure, but I'm gonna try this way. It's not actually the root of the problem, but rather a reflection of a set of deeper kind of inequalities in a society. It's a reflection of a power structure, of an intersectional power structure in which people are positioned differentially according to race, class, gender, sexuality, ability, age, and other categories as well. Okay, so here we go. Back on the busy roads, but I got a bus lane, that's good. Yeah, I think if I go up here, there's a big roundabout. I can go under and then start making my way back in the direction I came in. Another fun thing about bike riding through the city for me is I still don't always 100% know where I'm going, which I'm never too worried I'm gonna get totally lost. But after two and a half years, I still don't know the city as well as I hope to. Okay, now, I want to take this roundabout. Dare I? I think I do. Okay, let's go. It's early enough. It's not quite so busy, but this is a little nerve-wracking. Okay, am I good? Yes, thank you. Great. A38. This means I'm headed back into the city. And picture again, protected cycle lanes this whole way. Yes, that would mean the motorists would have to give up space. And yes, that would be a big adjustment for them, especially after so many years of cars-only city planning. But it's time. It's nice, I see more and more people on bikes, even here in Birmingham. And probably through the circles I read in and so on. But I also see more and more critiques of car culture these days. Feels like the change, a lot of people want the change. Okay, I want to go straight here, so I should probably get out. Here we go. Oh, no, this lane's good. Ay. Which way? Yes, this is it. Okay. Whew. And this will give you another view of that massive freeway that runs